Hi, my name's Alan. This is my wife's 1.2 TSI Beetle with a 7-speed DSG gearbox. She absolutely loves it. There's a couple of issues that I need to go through on the car, which I'll go through with you in a minute. I tried to do YouTube about 7 years ago and I had trouble with filming and editing, so I'm going to just push through that and hopefully get better as we go along. It's the same thing with the cars, you never stop learning. I know it's not a Supra or an RX-7 or a Mustang, but we're going to start here and then move on to bigger and better stuff. So this is the first bit that I need to do. As you can see, all the lacquer's come off on the back of the panel. It's come off to about here. So I'm going to flat it down and then repaint it. So the bonnet has lots of stone chips, lots and lots. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but there's absolutely tons of them. Just needs to be repainted the same as the arch. And down to the bumper here, there's like cracks in the paint, and I don't know if you can see it there. And if I zoom out, it's just not very good. It just needs a good paint. And there's my dog Leo. Say hi, Leo. There's also a couple of scratches on the rear arch, so we just need to get them sorted as well. It's not too bad because I don't have to paint the whole panel and then just lacquer it all. So the other thing we've got is the interior seat. Leo's already ready to go there. Basically, as you pull it forward, you're supposed to get in, and then it's supposed to just slide back and lock back into position, but it's just sliding back all the way. So you've got to pull this back, because I think the actual cable there is the actual problem. So then you have to really stretch it back to lock it in place, or you have to lock it in place and pull it forward. The problem is when you're getting in the back, when somebody's in the back, it squeezes against the legs. So you've got to just make sure it's in position. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to take the seat out, and I'll clean the interior at the same time and get to fixing that as well. I have a leak that comes into the boot, and I think it's from this window. I have a bike rack that clips on. It clips on the top and it clicks on down here, and then it attaches to the side to stop it shaking back and forth when the bikes are on. And I think the clips have actually got under here and slid up from there and clipped under there under the window, and they've actually lifted the adhesive. So I need to figure out a way of how I can find out if it's leaking. I'm going to have to use some kind of pressure and soapy water. I think the other thing that needs changing are the rear pads, so I'm going to have a look at them and then swap them out, take the wheel off and check the pads out. And then I need to swap out these caps because they're all getting a little bit old, all the way around in the car, so the front and the rears. Right, what we're going to do now, we're going to get the car outside so we can give it a good clean, so we can sand the panel down, so we can prep it ready for paint.
Captain, we'll buff out those scratches.
This is the car before I've washed it. Here's all the lacquer peel that I'm going to sort out on the back. It's not actually gone onto the fuel cap, but I'm still going to paint across that, otherwise it'll all look different. And I've also noticed a scratch on the front, but that'll be done as part of the bumper and the bonnet. And I've also come in my stylish wellies. Right, let's get to washing it. Time to get on with it. Rinse the snow foam off and then we'll put it back on again. Right, it's all nice and clean now. Time to put it back in the garage and start sanding all that down. Right, let's get it back in the garage. Right, before I sand this, I'm going to get the light out. which is we've got to remove this and undo that and undo this clip here. So I'm just going to undo the clip here and then just undo it until the light comes out. There you go. And then the light should just pull out with one hand. Let's pull it forward and just undo the clip. There we go. And then we can put the light to the side, put the light on the bench. And then we can get to sanding without scratching the light. Probably have to mask some of this up just before as well. Also, a good rule of thumb is put this back in here so you don't lose it. Just nice and light, and then we don't have to search around for it later. Right, before I started sanding, I decided to get the air compressor out, blow all the dust off, and it blew all the lacquer off the actual cap. As you can see, there you go. So it's obviously been a bad job in the first place, so the best thing to do now is just mask all the areas up that I don't want to sand, like the sides of this and all the whole side of that and there, and then I will just sand it all down. Right, we'll get the masking tape off and we'll clean it up and then we'll remask it properly and then stick some primer on it. Time to put some primer on. Right, so the next day, I primed the panel last night because there was metal showing. Leo's come to inspect the work. Do you think it's good enough, the work, Leo? No, I don't think he thinks it's good enough. I think what it is there's a swage line here and it fades out. Do you think we should fix it, Leo? Yeah, I definitely think we should fix it. There you go. Give him his treat. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply some filler here and across here. And then I'm going to sand this down, put some line tape in there so it gets a swage line back, and then we'll sand on this side and mask that side. Right, so we're going to sand this down so I can put the filler on. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to block this side down here, and then I can put the tape in between and then block across. as you can see here, we've got the swage line back. So there's a couple of pinholes which I'm going to fill with some stopper, and then we'll sand them down, and then we'll primer the panel again. Right, that's the panel all fixed and primered, and it's going to be ready for paint. All we need to do now is flat it down with 800s, and then we're good to go. We can then mask up and do the paint.
The next morning.
On today's episode, I'm going to paint the rear arch. What I did last time, I masked all this line up to protect all the paint on this side, and what's happened, it's pulled the lacquer off across all the way down here and down here. So now I'm going to have to re-lacquer this panel, and I'm going to blend it in here because I don't want to mask the top of this and pull any more lacquer off. I don't know if it will, but I'm not going to take the chance, so I'll just blend it here and across here. I'll stop it here. So what we need to do today is get the cap off, get the rear light off. I'm going to jack the car up, get the rear arch off, and then we're going to get on with the sanding of this, and I've got to feather this back in. This needs flattening down, that needs feathering, and then once we've done that, we're going to mask the car and I'll get on with the paint. Let's go! Arch liner off. To be honest, in hindsight, I should have probably done that outside. Right, let's get the cap off again. T20. Time to get the rear light out the same way we did last time. So we've got all the bits off. Now I'm going to try and flat down this surface down here to try and feather it out, so then I can just blend the paint into here and then lacquer it and blend the lacquer about here. So I've got a bucket that I've had some 600s in, so I'm just going to try it with the 600s first. If I can't flat it, I'll go down to 400s and then come back up to 600s. we're going to do now is we're going to flat this down, ready for paint, and I might stick a bit of primer there just to double check that that's all blended in.
I'm not afraid, no I'm not, no I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. No I'm not, no I'm not. I'm not afraid, no I'm not, no I'm not. I'm not afraid, no I'm not, no I'm not. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore.
Right, what we're going to do now, I'm going to grey scotch the rest of the panel down so I can lacquer it all up. Right, time to start masking. Right, so this is where we're at. I've masked everything up, ready to go, and the blend's going to go at the top there. All I need to do now is mix the paint, which I'm going to do here. So let's go. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to open the paint and then mix the paint 50-50. Just there. Get a piece of this ready. Right, it's time to spray. Unfortunately, I can't hold the phone while I'm spraying and stick my mask on. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a little bit and then I'll show you each time through each coat. Right, Right, so this is after the first coat. There were a couple of nicks there, so I just sorted that out. Was it in the dust to sand it down, and then we're going to go with the next coat now. Right, so that was the last coat. It's nearly drying off, and then I'm going to spray the lacquer. I've had a couple of issues with my gun, but nothing too bad. Right, let's get to the lacquer. Right, paint job's done. Got a couple of bits in the lacquer right at the end. It's fine, I can just flatten out. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take all the basket off. Right, this is 2 days later. I couldn't film and paint at the same time because I couldn't hold the camera while I was painting, and at the same time the camera kept fogging up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you what the paint looks like a bit closer up. This is the paint job a little bit closer up. It just shows you the results you can get without being in a perfect environment. I've also got Leo here with me. Do you think it was a good job, Leo? Yeah, I think Leo thinks it's a good job. I think what we should do is give him his favourite treat, which is a sausage roll. Good boy. Do you think you could do this in your garage? Let me know in the comments. Right, this is the end of the episode. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and tune in to the next one.